Okay, I would love to talk to you for a few minutes about a message I call Whatever You Do Prospers. Whatever you do prospers. Now, did you know that anything you do can prosper as long as you delight yourself in the Lord? You see, when darkness covered the face of the earth, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light according to Genesis chapter 1 verse 3. And when a certain man lay helpless at the pool of Bethesda, paralyzed for 38 years, Jesus looked at him and said, "Rise up, take up your bed and walk." And immediately the guy was healed, rose up, took up his bed and walked. And when Jesus stood outside Lazarus' tomb, he cried out, "Lazarus, come forth." And the guy who had been dead for 4 days immediately came out of his tomb. You see, you don't just wake up one morning and say such words unless you see something that others don't. As a matter of fact, God does not see as man sees. Man, however, in order to consistently walk in power, authority, dominion, victory, clarity, and success, must see the way God sees. You see, there's a seriousness for us to have the vision of the Almighty. And the prophet Balaam in the Old Testament saw the vision of the Almighty when the Spirit of God fell upon him. And as he looked down from the mountains at the camp of the Israelites, he found himself saying these beautiful words, "Oh, how lovely are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel, like valleys that stretch out, like aloes planted by the Lord, like gardens beside the rivers, like cedars beside the waters," according to Numbers 24, verse 5 to 6. You see, Balaam would not have said such words unless he saw Israel, not in the natural, but as God saw him. It's interesting to note that at this point in time, the Israelites were a discontented lot, always murmuring and complaining in the wilderness. But when God looked at them, he saw them like a flourishing garden beside the rivers, fruitful, successful, and prosperous. Now, this is my point as I bring this message to a conclusion. You see, God wants you to see yourself the way he sees you, like a tree planted by the rivers of waters that brings forth fruit in its season, whose leaf also shall not wither, and whatever you do prospers. See yourself as one who will not wither, as one whose health will not fail, whose success will not be lost, whose legacy will not be forgotten, and whose destiny will not be aborted. The Bible says that blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor sit in the seat of sinners, nor walk in the way of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of waters that brings forth fruit in its season, whose leaf also shall not wither, and whatever he does prospers. My prayer for you today will be, may everything you do prosper in Jesus' mighty name. God bless you, and see you next time.